Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a fascinating topic that has intrigued historians and enthusiasts alike, the fall of the Roman Empire. It's a story filled with drama, complexity, and lessons that still resonate today. So grab a comfy seat and let's explore why one of the greatest empires in history eventually crumbled. To start, let's set the stage. The Roman Empire, at its height, was a marvel of engineering, culture, and governance. Stretching across Europe, North Africa, and parts of Asia, it was a beacon of civilization. But by the 5th century AD, this mighty empire began to unravel. So, what happened? One of the key factors was economic trouble. As the empire expanded, it faced increasing costs to maintain its vast territories. Heavy taxation burdened the citizens, leading to discontent and a decline in trade. With fewer resources flowing into the economy, the empire struggled to support its military and infrastructure. Imagine trying to keep a massive ship afloat with too many holes eventually. It just can't hold up. Next, let's talk about political instability. The Roman Empire was plagued by a series of weak and ineffective leaders. Power struggles and corruption became rampant, leading to a lack of trust in the government. When citizens lose faith in their leaders, it creates a vacuum that can be filled by chaos. This instability made it difficult for the empire to respond effectively to external threats. Speaking of threats, we can't overlook the impact of invasions. As the empire weakened, various groups, including the Visigoths and Vandals, began to encroach on Roman territories. These invasions were not just military attacks. They represented a shift in power dynamics. The once mighty Roman legions found themselves stretched thin, unable to defend their borders effectively. It's like trying to protect a fortress with crumbling walls eventually. Invaders will find a way in. Another significant factor was the social changes within the empire. As the population grew, the gap between the rich and poor widened. The elite enjoyed lavish lifestyles, while the lower classes struggled to make ends meet. This disparity led to social unrest and a decline in civic pride. When people feel disconnected from their society, it can erode the very foundations that hold it together.
Now, let's not forget about the role of culture and identity.
The Roman Empire was a melting pot of different cultures and traditions. While this diversity was one of its strengths, it also posed challenges. As various groups within the empire began to assert their identities, the sense of a unified Roman identity weakened. This fragmentation made it harder for the empire to rally together in times of crisis. Lastly, we should consider the influence of Christianity. As the empire transitioned from paganism to Christianity, it underwent significant cultural shifts. While this new faith brought many positive changes, it also altered the traditional Roman values that had held the empire together for centuries. The focus on spiritual matters sometimes overshadowed the practical needs of governance and defense. Where one empire ruled over 60 million people, it's an empire that built roads, cities, and laws that still shape our lives today. An empire so powerful it seemed like it could never fall, but it did. This is the story of how the mighty Roman Empire crumbled into dust. Chapter 1. The Glory of Rome. Rome began in legend. In the year 753 BCE, founded by a man named Romulus, but the real rise of Rome started in 27 BCE. When Augustus Caesar became the first emperor, the empire expanded far and wide. From Egypt to Britain, from Spain to the Middle East, the Roman Empire brought peace, law, and roads. This was the Pax Romana, 200 years of peace. But under the surface, trouble was brewing. Chapter 2. Corruption and chaos, between 235 and 285. CE, the empire was in chaos. More than 80 emperors came and went. Many were murdered. Some were overthrown. Others were killed by their own soldiers. This was the crisis of the 3rd century. Rome was falling apart from the inside. Power was for sale. The army chose who ruled. Rome was no longer stable. Chapter 3. Economic collapse. The Roman economy depended on war and on slaves. But as Rome stopped conquering new lands, money ran out. To pay for the army, taxes rose sharply. Coins were made with cheaper metals. Inflation destroyed the economy. Prices soared. People lost trust in the money. Farms were abandoned. Cities emptied. Poverty spread like wildfire. Chapter 4. Invasions begin in 376 CE. A group called the Visigoths came to Rome. They were fleeing the deadly Huns. Rome let them in, but treated them badly. The Visigoths rebelled. In 378 CE, they destroyed a Roman army at the Battle of Adrianople. Emperor Valens was killed. Then in 410 CE, under their leader Alaric, the Visigoths sacked Rome. For the first time in 800 years, the Eternal City had fallen. Chapter 5. A divided empire in 285 CE. Emperor Diocletian made a major change. He divided the empire in two. The Western Roman Empire ruled from Rome, and the Eastern Empire ruled from Constantinople. The East had more money, more cities, and stronger defenses. The West. It was weak, poor, and constantly under attack. Chapter 6. The final fall in 476 CE. The Western Roman Empire came to an end. A barbarian general named Odoacer overthrew the last emperor. His name was Romulus Augustulus, a teenager. After that, the Western Roman Empire was no more. Rome had fallen. Chapter 7. Why did Rome fall? So, why did the Roman Empire fall? It wasn't one single reason. Rome fell because of corruption, civil wars, economic collapse. Was a slow decline. A death by 1,000 cuts. Conclusion.com, thoughtful tone, even though the empire is gone. Rome's ideas still shape our world, our laws, our cities, our languages. Rome taught us a lesson. Even the strongest empires can fall, so what? Can we learn from the fall of the Roman Empire? It's a reminder of the importance of strong leadership, economic stability, and social cohesion. Empires, like any organization, thrive when there's trust, unity, and a shared vision. As we navigate our own challenges today, these lessons remain relevant. Thank you for joining me on this journey through history. If you found this exploration of the Roman Empire's fall intriguing, please give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more engaging content. Let's keep the conversation going in the comments. What do you think was the most significant factor in the fall of the Roman Empire? Until next time, take care and keep exploring. If you enjoyed this journey through time, subscribe to Echoes of Time, new episodes every week where history whispers and we listen.